It's time to light the fuse and bring the boom. Here's your look at the Diamond Select AEW All Elite Wrestling Minimates. Minimates have just gone all elite. The red-hot all-elite wrestling organization, the home of some of the best talent in the business, has joined the Minimates family. Let's start things first by grabbing a tape measure and seeing how tall each of the individual wrestlers are. Makes no real sense to actually measure each one of them, as all the Minimate bodies are going to be exactly the same. We're going to, though, start things first with Hangman Adam Page, which his whereabouts right now in All Elite Wrestling remain unknown. He was here for a while, and then he's been gone again. Speaking, though, of gone again, there was also a 4-pack released of AEW Minimates consisting of CM Punk, Britt Baker, Chris Jericho, and Kenny Omega. Though, when it was first announced, CM Punk was still in the company. When they had released it, though, CM Punk was gone. I picked up the set, and I was tempted to then review it when he came back, and sure enough, CM Punk was gone again. Back, though, to sizing, though, Adam Page is going to stand about 4 inches in height, or each one of the individual Minimates is 5 centimeters tall. Of course, if you have been collecting Minimates, then you know by now that each one of them come with their own clear acrylic display stands. The stands do have pegs. The stand pegs plug into either one of the feet, or holes on the bottoms of their boots. Good for really when you wanted to stand them, or again, if you want to have them in poses where, like, for example, the Minimates are running into the ring. These help to really balance each of the Minimates, and you never have to worry about them taking a topple. The figures, though, may take a topple of one of the included accessories. They come included with a foldable ladder, although this is not actually foldable. It comes out of the packaging looking like this. It came, though, unfortunately, also out of the packaging with a warped runner. You can see on the side here. The ladder, unfortunately, has been bent, so I'm going to see if I can heat this up just a little bit. The plastic really isn't the softest either, so I would imagine heating this up would be the easiest fix to fix the runners. I could probably bend the ladder back into shape. There are no pegs, by the way, on anything on the ladder, any one of the steps. So if you're having a plan for example, if you want to take the Minimate and have them climbing up the ladder, short of maybe just clipping their hands onto the side, probably makes a little bit more sense to clip it on the other side. Short of maybe doing that, that might be the best way of actually having one of the wrestlers climbing up. And of course, if you have enough creativity, you could have yourself a suspended title, or like one of those discs. What was it, from Double or Nothing? They also had, again, like the little poker chip. You could have that hanging from the top of the ceiling. The figures also come included with other weapons too. Let's just get Adam Page back onto his display stand here. The other figures do also, well, accessory-wise, you can share around the wealth. They also come included with a steel chair. Don't worry, it's not steel. It's actually plastic. It actually can't open up either. They've molded it in such a way that it just comes out of the packaging like this. It does, though, have at least the means, once again, that if you wanted to take it. I don't know why I keep going back to Adam Page for this, but if you want, you can take the steel chair and put the folding chair into her hands as well. Just maybe watch out. I think maybe if anything, Adam Cole would probably be a little bit more on the lookout, especially considering Adam Page has the steel chair so close to his head. They also come included with a kendo stick. It's not the softest of plastic either, sort of similar to the ladder. It's been nicely painted there as well. You've got some additional white there on the ends. The handle's been painted well in white. The figures also come included with a bat. Depending on really where you want to put the weapons in their hands, I started kind of really the review with John Moxley actually holding the bat, and I believe I gave, I think Adam Page. I started things with giving him the katana, or the kendo stick. But I mean, really, again, it doesn't really matter. All the hands are still the same C-clamp hands, just share around the wealth. Let's just take the steel chair out of his hand. I feel a little uneasy by that. The other things that they also come included with is both Orange Cassidy and John Moxley also come included with some swappable arms. Also, Cassidy does benefit from also a shirtless torso that you can also take off his denim jacket and the shirt that's underneath. Seeing as we did kind of start things first, though, with Adam Page, we're just going to remove the clear display stand, not taking his feet off in the process. Just, hold on a second. Let's take that off. There we go. And just put it back on the bottom of his legs there. Adam Page, yeah, again, I don't know his whereabouts. Unknown right now. A decent-looking version of him. Again, like if you wanted to, you could take his vest off. It's just a case of popping the head off the provided post, just like that, and then you just remove the vest altogether. The shirts that are underneath, or I should say the bare torsos underneath, seem somewhat similar. I mean, if you were, like, say, to compare it, for example, to Adam Cole actually, has a little more abdomen muscle definition than maybe Adam Page. So they're not quite similar. I mean, let's look at the one that comes included. Yeah, Orange Cassidy It's about the same. He's got even more abdomen muscles. It's got to be a little more insulting, I feel, to Adam Page, the fact that they didn't take the time to panel line some additional abdomen muscles. But like I said, he does come with his removable vest, so if you want to take that off, it's, again, nicely detailed on the back there. It's got little frills, and he's got that also on the front as well. Adam Page, I always really feel, needs to be a bad guy. He never really works, especially when he was the world champion. I felt never really worked, though, as a face or a good guy. Head sculpt, though, again, for him, they got a little stubble there down below. He had a much fuller beard than last time he's actually come back, but again, he just disappeared again. He does also have, obviously, a wig or a hairpiece that just attaches. All basically the Minimates are all basically just using the same building block. I mean, even just to remove it, you can swap around the parts really if you wanted to. But the hair just plugs into place just on the top there. And of course, they all have pretty much the shared same articulation. So there's ball joints here in the shoulders, hinges in the elbows, and hands rotate all the way around. So there's a swivel there in the waist. The legs are on ball joints also. You can move them forward and you move them back. There's also just a single hinge in the knee, and you got also a rotation there in the feet. And that, it doesn't matter really whether we're looking at that with Adam Page or, again, Adam Cole, Orange Cassidy, or Jon Moxley. They're all going to have still the same amount of posability. Let's get the display stand going here. Plug it on, once again, on the bottom of his feet. And let's move on to Adam Cole, who has been back. He had been off for a while with an injury. Funny enough, though, he's been off, and also as well Britt Baker. Where's been Britt Baker this whole time? She was on an injury, or I think she just stepped away from the ring for a while, and she hasn't been back since. Adam Cole is a fairly muscular, although slimmer build character and a slimmer build wrestler in the ring. He's got him this time around. They've actually printed on the beard there on the front of his face. He came out obviously though as the Devil in a recent run, or a twist run that he had along with MJF, Maxwell Jacob Freeman. Just for those that aren't following the wrestling right now. He also does have a tattoo, which I'm glad to see that they still retained that when it came to his version of the Minimate. That's on the interior of his arm. He doesn't really have, if you spin him around, any other tattoos anywhere on his body. He doesn't also have chest hair, which Jon Moxley does have. We'll talk more about that in a moment. He's got those short trunks, little tiny knee pads. Baby. Who's ready for story time with Adam Cole, baby? Nobody. And again, articulation to be exactly the same on this guy. Once again, he's got the longer hairpiece, which just attaches. This one's a little harder. It's attached actually to the top of his head. Well, I'll just leave it. It's not quite, though, the same one that they use for Adam Page. So Adam Cole and Adam Page, even though they both start with Adams, don't seem to be sharing the exact same hairpiece. And again, the articulation on this guy would be exactly the same. On to a fan favorite. Let's look at Orange Cassidy. Orange Cassidy was always known for sort of more laid back. He always usually had his hands in his pockets, always gave a very weak thumbs up. Weak thumbs were usually just like that. If you ever see Orange Cassidy in the ring, the best thing to do is just, weak thumb. Also, sports himself a pair of glasses. He's got that Canadian tuxedo thing going on, so he's got denim jacket, denim jeans. Got some knee pads there also as well. Now, again, if you want to with this guy, is that he does also come with extra arms, and he also comes with a bare torso piece. So we'll just take the headpiece off. And just wiggle that off the provided post. We'll also as well remove the hands. We're going to need those. Do it on this side as well. Majority, though, while Orange Cassidy's in the ring, he usually wrestles without his shirts. So that's why we're doing what we're doing right now. Just unpeg the hands, or the arms, just from the pegs on the sides. And again, you can already see how you can customize your Minimates. One of my things I really like the most about the Minimates, and I don't really, I just dropped the display stand. One of the reasons why I need to really go back and look at more of these on the channel. I just really loved Minimates as when I was younger, and it hasn't really changed at all since. Now, he has also a t-shirt there on the front that actually prints his own image on the front. He literally walks into the ring with the image of himself on the front of his shirt. Again, what we'll do, though, is we'll just detach this piece, put it off to the side. We'll grab now his shirtless torso, and we'll put back on the new arms. Again, there's a little socket right there, little pegs onto the side. We'll just plug those in place, just like that. We'll do the exact same on the other side. Yeah, honestly, though, as much as I've enjoyed collecting Minimates, I don't look at them nearly enough here on this channel. Do I have this facing the right way? I don't think I have this facing the right way. Or maybe I do. Let's just put that back in place. And then, of course, we'll take ourselves the hands. The hands basically are just C-clips. And then they have the peg on the end. That fits then into the forearms. There we go. Do the same on the other side as well. You have to kind of handle things much smaller here because Minimates are so tiny. There we go. And then we'll get Cassie's head put back in place. The only thing that it doesn't have, unfortunately, though, as a head sculpt that doesn't have the glasses already printed on the front. Again, if you wanted to, you could take the hairpiece off, which again, I just find like the hairs are always the hardest things to remove. And those just plug on the ends. So now you got Cassidy now with shirtless, although what he's now unfortunately missing is not only his t-shirt and his denim jacket, but he's also missing his display stand. It's down there somewhere. The last figure, and I would honestly say my favorite from this set, is Jon Moxley. I think his wrestling honestly is a little weak in the ring, but he's certainly got a presence though in the ring. He's currently a member of Blackpool Combat Club, and this time around he actually comes into the ring sporting himself what looks almost to be like a leather jacket. Now, again, if you wanted to, he does also come with swappable arms. Why you're not actually swapping out the torso piece is that the jacket is part that's going to actually come off. I think for what it is, even though obviously one of the things about Minimates is that they always miss the nose, is I think without even really a nose, it looks a lot like Jon Moxley. And again, I think it's really the best of the 4 Minimates we get in the set. Again, to change this out, we'll just pop the head off. Why again does the black hole keep claiming these display stands? I'm going to come back and retrieve those. I'm going to just pop the arms off. And then you're going to take yourself the, what now would be a vest, obviously, because we've already removed the sleeves. Just going to remove that. Pop the now skin arms back in place. Seems a little weird to say skin arms. Plug those in place. And I guess one thing we have to also do, too, is remove the hands. So we'll just do it on this side. We'll do it on this side. Have you ever collected Minimates and swapped out the parts and made your own? I think, in fact, there was a lot of online sites where people collecting Minimates were doing that. They were showing the way that they customized their figures to turn them into other things. Just plug back in the arms there. And now we'll put back in Jon Moxley's head. Now, with his torso, though, it isn't the same one that we get with Orange Cassidy. Not only does he have now a slightly darker print on the front, but he also is sporting some chest hair. All the other Minimates up to this point have not had that. And of course, when it comes to the articulation on these figures, even though, again, I know we've already covered this off, ball joints on the heads, ball joint shoulders, hinge on the elbows, swivel in the hands, swivel waist, legs split, forward and back, single hinge on the knee, and then again, you got the articulation in the ankles. Again, Minimates are a fun little thing. If you ever really get the chance to collect these, Diamond Select doesn't just do wrestling. Oh no, they've done Minimates for tons of things. Ghostbusters, Marvel, even DC. DC, in fact, I actually still have a lot of my Minimates still sealed on card. Back in the day when I was really into collecting Minimates, I was collecting anything and everything that the company was putting out. And I still have sealed some of my original, I think the first released Marvel, those might even be going for a little bit more money now. I really should get back to more reviewing Minimates, especially being a big fan of AEW wrestling. Now again, this is the set that had Orange Cassidy, Jon Moxley, Hangman Adam Page, and Adam Cole, not necessarily in that order, but there also was a second set I just never really got the chance to review. That consists of CM Punk, Britt Baker, Chris Jericho, and Kenny Omega. Omega's sort of out right now with an injury, which then leaves Britt Baker and CM Punk sort of again. Well, we already know where CM Punk ended up, but then Britt Baker just disappeared. So Jericho really is the only one that's an active roster member of part of that set. I should really get around to reviewing it. But back, though, to this set, my favorite figure, my favorite mini-mate is Jon Moxley. But I think, though, that Diamond Select has done, once again, a great job on this time around the AEW mini-mates. I think Cassidy's climb to success may be rudely interrupted by that chair shot to the back of his body, courtesy of Adam Cole, baby. Nice set overall. I mean, again, like I don't really review nearly enough mini-mates, and I hope to change that. Mini-mates are fun little collectibles, and I've always really said the beauty of the mini-mates is that they're small in size, but they pack not only some pretty decent details, and they're pretty posable as well. If you are one that likes to have these figures displayed, the benefit of also using a display stand is that you can do a lot more than just having them standing straight. This set particularly does have some additional accessories to wield, like, of course, somewhat of a bent ladder. I'm going to have to fix that. The steel chair that Adam Cole has right now, a kendo stick, a baseball bat, not to mention some swappable torso and arm pieces, depending on whether you'd like to have your Jon Moxley and Orange Cassidy shirtless or would like to have them with their jackets on. Diamond Select got you covered, at least, with all the additional accessories you'll ever really need. Have you guys been collecting any of the mini-mates, whether it be wrestling or otherwise? If you have, what kind of mini-mate line do you like to collect? What kind of franchise, license do you like the most from mini-mates? Let me know down below. In the meantime, though, backing it up a bit, I'd like to thank the folks, of course, at Diamond Select that did provide this sample of the AEW mini-mates consisting of Jon Moxley, Adam Page, Adam Cole, and Orange Cassidy, who's about to get a chair shot whacked across his back. If you guys did enjoy this video, want to throw it a like. If you guys are loving the content you guys are seeing and would like to stick around for more, if you haven't already done so. Not that I'm wielding a chair anywhere near the area, but make sure you turn on the bell notification. Make sure before that you hit that subscribe button down below. And just after the bell, making sure you're coming back here on a regular basis. Even though we are wrapping up things right now for AEW Minimates, if in the meantime you want to see other things I've looked at from the Minimate variety, popping up and at the adjacent corners will be not only reviews of Diamond Select things, but also Minimate things. Feel free to give those a watch. As always, guys, thanks for watching. See you guys next time.